Mr. Green?
Yes.
Please sit down. Haven't we met before?
Yes. I think our children go to the same school.
Ah, yes, of course, that's right. Cunningham Comprehensive. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I have one or two questions about my job.
Hello. Haven't we met before? You remember me. I'm Francis Matthews. What's your name? Where do you live? Where did you go to school? Today's program will tell you how to ask and answer those questions. For example, when you talk to someone about a new job.
Good morning.
Ah, good. Come in, come in. Please, sit down.
Thanks.
Good morning, Miss...
Miller. Linda Miller.
Ah, yes, Linda Miller. I'm Janet Baker, and this is...
Mr. Jones. I'm Mr. Jones.
Hello.
All right, Linda. Tell us something about yourself, please.
Well, my name is Linda Miller. I'm 23 years old, and I live at 39 Hilltop Avenue, Surbiton. My telephone number is 398-0761.
Very good.
I'm single, and I live in a flat with 2 other girls. I went to Berrywood School. Then I did a course to become a secretary.
Very good. Very good indeed.
You went to Berrywood School until...
Until 1975. I was there from 1968 to 1975.
Ah, yes. And what exams did you take, Linda?
6 O-levels and 2 A-levels. English and geography at A-level.
2 advanced levels. That's wonderful.
I see. And then the course for secretaries.
Yes, and I've been a secretary for 4 years. I used to work for Johnson Brothers. I'm working for Wilson's at the moment.
Very good. Wonderful.
Yes, I thought you'd say that. All right then, Linda. Welcome to the company. You'll have to take a course for 6 months. The next course is beginning in a month's time. You can start then.
Oh, thank you. That's wonderful.
We'll meet again, Linda. I'm helping with the course.
Good.
Good.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Linda.
A wonderful girl. Very good indeed.
Yes, so you said.
Oh, did I?
Oh, excuse me. Uncle David. I forgot to tell you. Mum said that she's expecting you and Aunt Betty for lunch on Sunday. Okay?
Yes, thanks, Miss, thanks, Linda.
Bye.
Uncle David, really?
Yes, yes, but she is a nice girl and she'll be a good shop manager.
Of course. Very good. Wonderful.
I've been a secretary for 4 years. I used to work for Johnson Brothers.
Now, you're an engineer, Mr. Green?
Yes, that's right. I've been an electrical engineer for 4 years.
And where are you working now?
Well, I'm working for Robinson's at the moment.
You used to work for Johnson Brothers.
Yes, that's right.
Now, tell me, do you speak French or German?
Well, I'm learning French.
Ah, good. Because there's a very good job here which requires a minimal knowledge of French.
Hello, hello, hello. What's all this then? We're inside a police station.
These policemen and policewomen are getting their instructions for the day. And this is PC Bill Russell, a British bobby. PC, that means police constable. In other words, an ordinary policeman. There are also police women in this police station.
Another vehicle stolen from Dover during the night. It's a Ford Cortina, Alpha Juliet Mike, 173 Mike. Colour green.
PC Russell has been a policeman for 5 years.
Of cases in the back carrying clothing.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I've had my car stolen.
When did you have it stolen, sir?
Well, I left it about 10 o'clock this morning and went back for it just now about 4:30 and it was gone.
Well, where did you park it?
On the seafront opposite the Majestic Hotel.
Today, PC Russell is on desk duty. That means he has to help people who come into the police station. They have all sorts of problems.
And your first name's Mr. Easton?
Brian.
And your address?
16 Highfield Close, Canterbury.
What's your age, Mr. Easton?
45.
And your occupation?
I'm a civil servant.
He's also busy answering the telephone.
What's your name, sir? What's your first name?
There's always something happening in the police station.
And your address? What's your telephone number? Yeah, tough. Whereabouts did you lose the article, Mr. Wilson? And what time was that? Was that yesterday? Yeah. And what exactly is the article? That's a black jacket and it's a gents. Okay, Mr. Wilson, if you'd like to check again with us in a few days, it may have been handed in between now and then. Otherwise, we'll contact you should it be handed in.
Hello, it's me, Linda.
Come in, dear. Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, dear. How are you? How's the new job?
Oh, it's very interesting. In fact, I've had a very good week. I've got a new job and a new boyfriend.
Oh?
Yes, his name's John. He came over to me on the first day and said, "Haven't we met before?"
Funny. Someone said that to me the other day.
Really?
Yes, at the club. Last Tuesday it was, at the Old People's Club. Bye, Mabel. See you next week.
Hello.
Hello.
Haven't we met before somewhere?
I don't know. Have we?
I'm Harry Roberts. I used to live in Kingston, in Summer Road, the house on the corner.
Kingston? I used to live there.
I knew it.
But that was 50 years ago. You knew me then?
Yes. But your name wasn't Miller. It was Johnson.
Yes, I was Ethel Johnson.
You haven't changed much.
What, in 50 years?
I knew it was you.
Wait a minute. Harry Roberts. Of course. You gave me some flowers one day.
That's right. But you already had a boyfriend.
That was Tom. We got married in 1934. But I'm a widow now. Of course, I've got 2 sons and a daughter, all married, and 6 grandchildren.
Ethel Johnson. After all these years.
Years aren't important, Harry. We're as young as we want to be. I enjoy life. Do you go to any classes?
Classes?
Yes. I'm learning French. Always a good idea to start something new, Harry. It's always a good idea to start something new. That's what I told him, Linda.
Quite right, Gran.
And he agreed. So he's going to come to the French classes too.
So we're all starting something new.
That's right.
I must go, I'm afraid. Thanks for the tea.
All right, dear. Bye.
Bye. See you next week.
See you next week. I'm learning French.
I must go, I'm afraid. See you next week.
And now it's time to remind you of what we learned today. I've been a secretary for 4 years. I used to work for Johnson Brothers. I'm learning French. I must go, I'm afraid. See you next week. See you next week.
I'm going to another class now. Every Thursday.
Oh?
I'm learning to dance.
Good for you, Harry.
Come on, I'll show you.
Down there? What did you say? You've got a wrench. Can you find one in my toolbox?
Hello again. In today's program, we're going to talk about people. Who they are, where they live or used to live, what they do or used to do. So let's listen to this policeman. He's asking some questions.
Hello, Mary. Who is she?
Her name's Mrs. Russell. She comes from London. 29 Bridge Road, Acton. She's visiting her married daughter. That's Mrs. Peters, 16 Bramble Lane.
Peters, Bramble Lane. I think I know the family.
Well, Mrs. Russell was bringing some money for her daughter, £200. She had it in her bag on the train, but when she got here, the bag was gone.
OK, I'll talk to her.
Oh, By the way, there was a young man with long hair on the train sitting next to Mrs. Russell, and after he got off, she couldn't find her bag.
A long-haired young man, eh? Ah, well, long hair. That explains it, doesn't it? Well, tell me about this young man on the train, Mrs. Russell.
David, you mean?
David?
Yes. His name was David Masters.
That's what he told you?
Yes. He said his name was David Masters, and he told me he lived in Brightsea.
I see.
Well, he said he used to live in Brightsea. He lives in London now, really. He's a student at the university. He told me that he took his exams last week, and he said he was going back to Brightsea for the holidays.
He told you all that?
Yes.
So, he said he was a student at London University?
That's right. And I'm sure he is, Sergeant. He's very nice.
We'll see, Mrs. Russell. Excuse me a minute.
That young man?
Yes, he's the one we want. He said his name was David Masters. He said he lived in Brightsea. Ha!
He does.
What?
He lives in Brightsea. I telephoned. The Masters family have a son, David.
Oh.
But he's not at home at the moment.
Ah, of course he's not. He's spending that £200.
I don't think so.
David.
Hello, Mrs. Russell. Are you looking for this?
Yes, thank you.
Are you David Masters?
Yes.
And you've got Mrs. Russell's bag?
That's right. I've got her bag, and she's got my bag.
Have I?
Yes. That's mine, and this is yours. Your handbag was in it. Were you worried?
Yes, a little.
It's all right now. Come on, let's go and have a cup of tea.
All right. You see, Sergeant, I said he was a nice young man.
Goodbye, Mrs. Russell. What did you say about young men with long hair?
Me? I said I like them. They're very nice. They offer people cups of tea.
Oh, that's what you said. All right, I'll get you one.
Thanks.
I like young men with long hair, too.
He said his name was David. He told me he lived in Brightsea.
What did he tell you? What did he say? What did he tell you? What did he say? He said his name was David. He said he lived in Brightsea. He said he was a student at the university. He told me, and now I'm telling you, and every word was true. He told you his name was David. That's right. He told you he lived in Brightsea. Yes, yes. He told you he was a student. Yes, he did. And he studied at the university. That's right, he did. That's right, he did. He told me, and now I'm telling you, and every word was true.
Mary, before you go, can you read French?
Well, yes, a little.
I've got a letter here. It's about a summer course you can do in France. Joyce, my wife, wrote to them about it.
Let's see.
What do they want to know?
It says, person taking the course, please give full name.
Full name. Yes?
Address and telephone number.
Yes.
They want to know if the person is married or single, male or female.
Right, I've got that.
And they want to know date and place of birth.
OK.
Now, what's this? Oh, yes. They want to know if you've done any courses in cooking before. Cooking? So that's the course. French cooking.
Yes. You see, I told my wife the other day that she was a good housewife, but not a very good cook.
You told her that? Wasn't she angry?
No, not at all. She said I was right. And a few days later, she wrote about this course.
So she's going to do the course during the holiday.
Well, no. I am. What do they want to know?
They want to know...
It's Harry Jackson.
What does he want to know?
He wants to know if anyone is going to the meeting this evening.
Tell him somebody will be along.
Hello, someone will come.
Can I help you?
Oh, yes. I'd like to hire a Ford Cortina, please.
Yes, how long would you like it for?
About 2 weeks.
I'll have a look if I have one.
Thank you.
What does she want to know?
Oh, she wants to know how long we need the car.
Sergeant. Ah, Jenkins.
Yes, Sergeant.
Your first night here.
Yes.
Well, first things first, Jenkins.
Yes, Sergeant.
Sit down, Jenkins.
Yes, Sergeant.
That man.
That man, Sergeant?
That man over there. Can you see him?
Yes, Sergeant.
He is the most dangerous man in Britain.
Is he?
Yes. His name is William Naylor, Jenkins. He was born in this town, and he went to the local school around the corner. He was there from September until October 1953. But he didn't like the school, Jenkins.
No?
No. And there isn't a school there now. There was a fire, you see, in October 1953. A big fire. And no more school.
Oh.
Do you think William Naylor is married, Jenkins?
I don't know, Sergeant.
He was married. But his wife had an accident. His second wife had an accident, too. And his third wife. And his fourth. And his fifth.
Good heavens.
He doesn't like policemen, Jenkins. He doesn't like young policemen. Young policemen who meet William Naylor don't become old policemen. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
So be careful.
Yes, Sergeant.
He's the most dangerous man in Britain. He was born in this town. He went to the local school.
Right. It's time to go out on the beat. Let's join a British bobby as he leaves the police station for a walk through his area. It's not unusual to see a policeman walking around the streets like this. It happens in most British towns and villages.
Morning, children. Hello. All right. Where are you all off to today, then? Oh, yeah. What are you going in there for? Hey, do you not know? Going to have a look around the police station? You've been in there before? Glad to hear that. See you later, then. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Ta-da. Ta-da.
He's there to help people, if he can. He always has a lot of people stopping him to ask questions.
Have you got Woolworths in here?
Yeah,
Big,
the main shopping street is
Yes.
that street there. See where the traffic lights are?
Oh, okay.
In between the traffic lights, walk along there.
Okay.
Woolworths is on the left-hand side of the road, about 300 yards.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Right then.
Next time you're in Britain and have a problem, ask a policeman.
Well, it's time to remind you of the English we've learnt today. He said his name was David. He told me he lived in Brightsea. What do they want to know? They want to know he was born in this town. He went to the local school.
Keep away! Keep away!
Go through where it says departures, please. Okay. True to Amsterdam.
Yes. We got the other two return.
Keith, wait a minute. This is heavy. Keith, please stop.
Oh, come on, we're late. We missed the flight. Look, you take that one, all right?
Hello again. Do your friends watch Follow Me? Why don't you tell them about the programs? I'm suggesting you tell them. I'm asking you to tell them. How to suggest or ask something. That's what we're doing in today's program.
There he is. Hello, dear. Hello, Dad. Hello.
Hello.
We've brought you some grapes, dear. Grapes. He wants you to show them to him, Carol.
Grapes, Dad. Very nice. Very good. Do you want a grape?
Thanks.
I saw the insurance man, dear. He wants you to fill in these forms.
Shall I fill them in for you, Dad? Oh, all right.
How are you today?
You're looking well. You've got someone to talk to now. Well, to listen to, that is.
Mr. Ridley telephoned, dear. Yes, your boss. He wants you to have a nice rest and not to worry. He wants you to be well and strong again before you go back to work.
Yes, he wants you to forget about all the problems he has.
What is it, dear?
I think he wants us to eat the grapes, Mum.
Is that what you want, dear? What's that? Oh.
What is it, Mum? What does Dad want?
Nurse? Nurse? Excuse me.
Yes.
It's my husband. I think he wants you to bring him...
All right, I'll get one for him.
He wants you to fill in these forms. He wants you to. He wants you to fill in these forms.
Shall I fill them in for you?
Trade reference.
Now what's the matter?
She wants me to fill in this form.
Oh, shall I do it for you?
No, it's all right. I'll do it.
I don't mind.
Have you filled in the form yet?
Just doing it.
What happened to you then? Why are you here?
I was in the same car as your father. It was my driving test.
All right. Would you please turn left at the next corner?
The next corner?
Yes. Will you please turn left?
Okay. Turn left!
Left! What? Please turn left, not right.
Oh, sorry. There we are.
Would you please look before you do that?
Look?
Yes. Please look carefully before you turn. In front of you and behind you.
Right.
Always look in front of you and behind you. Please.
Okay.
Now, would you please stop at the corner?
But first, look in front.
Yes, but now, will you please stop at the corner?
And now, look behind. In the mirror.
Please, stop.
I remembered, didn't I?
Stop!
And did you stop?
Well, yes, but not quite soon enough.
I see.
Carol,
Yes, Albert.
could you ask your father something?
Dad? Albert? That's Albert. Wants you to tell me whether he passed his test. I don't think you did, Albert.
Would you please stop? Will you please stop? Please stop. Stop.
Would you please stop that?
Sorry, Ian.
Will you please stop that, Jack?
Sorry.
Please stop that, Jack!
Sorry, yeah, Thursday. Yeah.
Stop that!
It's funny your accident brought Carol and Albert together.
Please tell him that I think he's the worst man I know.
She thinks you're the worst man she knows.
And please tell your daughter that I don't care what she thinks.
He doesn't care what you think.
Well, please tell him to be quiet.
Be quiet.
Please tell her that I will not be quiet.
There you are, Albert. A nice cheese sandwich and a cup of tea.
Thanks.
Please tell him that he eats too much.
Sandwich, dear?
Oh, thanks, Mum.
Please tell her that sandwiches make girls very fat.
Ooh. There. Isn't that nice? An evening at home with the family.
Please tell him to be quiet.
It's Mr. Brown. Wants to know if his car's ready.
Tell him I've just finished it.
Wants you to check the oil, too.
Tell him I've just checked it.
Yes, it is ready, Mr. Brown.
FE5, Dover Port Control. You may enter Eastern, number 3 berth. Over.
This man is one of the radio controllers at the seaport of Dover in the southeast of Britain. He controls all the ships that enter the harbour. Most of the ships that arrive here come from Calais, Boulogne, and Dunkirk. They are cross-channel ferries, bringing passengers and their cars to Britain. They come and go day and night. Dover is the busiest port in Britain. Many people who come here for a holiday or business trip bring their cars. First of all, you have to go through passport control, and then to health and immigration. And remember this, animals are not allowed into Britain without special permission. So don't bring your cat and dog for a holiday. At the customs, you have a choice. Green means you have nothing to declare. Red means that you have something which must be declared to the customs officer. You may have to pay customs duty. If you go through the green lane, the customs officer will stop you and ask about duty-free allowances.
Morning. Good morning. How long are you coming to the UK for?
2 weeks.
On business?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Do you understand the duty-free allowances?
Yes, I do.
You're under nothing to declare, Lane. Do you have anything in excess?
No.
Carry on, then.
Thank you.
So off you go to start that business trip or holiday. Now you must remember the most important thing of all. In Britain, everyone drives on the left. There are plenty of warning signs, so make sure you don't look the wrong way. The speed limits on all roads are marked in miles per hour, so if the limit is 60, then don't go faster than 95 kilometres an hour. On motorways, the limit is 70 miles an hour. So off you go, and remember, drive on the left.
Today's program was about how to suggest or ask something in English. For example, he wants you to fill in these forms. Shall I fill them in for you? Would you please stop? Will you please stop? Please stop. Stop. Please tell him to be quiet.
All right. I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry too.
What is it?
I was just thinking about you in the car with Dad. Would you please stop? Will you please stop? Please stop! Stop!
Albert!
Excuse me, can you help me? How can I get to Dover?
Take the 11:30 train to Ashford and change at Tunbridge.
The 11:30 to Ashford and change at Tunbridge. Thank you.
Hello. When do you speak English? Well, when you have to travel, for example. So in today's program, we talk about a man with a problem. A big problem.
Easy to get to Brightly, Peter.
Oh?
You can get a train from King's Cross Station. There are 3 trains an hour.
Oh, yes.
There's a slow train at 10 minutes past the hour and at 10 minutes to the hour, and there's a fast train on the half hour.
Good.
Are you listening, Peter?
Yes, of course.
You can take a fast train.
Yes.
I thought so.
I'm hungry.
You're always hungry. That's the problem. That's why you're going to this special club.
Yes.
Now, where were we? Trains from King's Cross on the half hour. A second-class return costs £14.
£14?
I'll ring the station and reserve a seat for you on the train.
All right.
Hello? Seat reservations, please. Hello, yes. I'd like to reserve a seat on the 9:30 train to Brightly, please. Next Saturday. That's right. Oh, a non-smoker, please. Yes, the name's Smith. Oh, there isn't a restaurant car. Oh, good. Right. Thank you. Goodbye. There we are. Have you been eating, Peter?
Eating? Me?
Yes.
Jean!
So now you see why you must go to this club. There are no chocolate cakes there.
No chocolate cakes?
And no bread and no potatoes. A lot of salads and fruit juice. So, it takes 3 hours to get to Brightly from King's Cross Station. You'll be there by 12:30.
In time for lunch.
In time for fruit juice. And after 3 weeks, you'll come back a new man.
But I don't want to be a new man.
Yes, you do. You're going to be a new thin man. There are 3 trains an hour. A second-class return costs...
How long will I have to wait?
Not very long. There are 3 trains an hour.
I see. And do I have to change?
Yes, change at Crewe.
At Crewe, right. Oh, and how much is it, please?
Second class?
Yes.
Return?
Yes.
A second class return costs £14.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Inspector.
Yes, madam.
We want to get to King's Cross Station.
King's Cross Station, madam? No problem. You can get a bus from stop number 4. There are 6 buses an hour. A ticket to King's Cross Station costs 15 pence and it takes 10 minutes to get there. The next bus is at 9:05.
Well, yes.
Have you asked, Jean?
Yes.
You want to get to King's Cross Station, sir?
Yes.
It's very easy. There's a bus every 10 minutes from stop number 4. The next bus is at 9:05 and a ticket to King's Cross Station costs 15 pence. It takes 10 minutes to get there. It's all in here, sir, you see. This is my first day in my new job, but it's all in here.
Good.
But we're in our car, you see. We want to get to King's Cross Station by car.
By car?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, well, along that road. It's about 3 kilometres to King's Cross Station. Straight on.
Thanks.
Yes, thanks. And good luck in your new job, Inspector.
Thank you, madam. Goodbye. The next bus is at 9:05. It's about 3 kilometres to King's Cross Station. It takes 10 minutes to get there.
Oh, excuse me. Is there a bus to the centre?
Yes, the next bus is at 9:05.
Oh, God.
Should be here in about 10 minutes. Bus stop's just across the road.
Thank you.
Going to London, certainly, sir, I'll tell you how. Going to London, certainly, madam, there are 3 trains an hour. There's a slow train at 10 minutes past, and another slow train at 10 minutes to. There's a fast train on the half hour. That's the train for you. A second class return costs £15.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Going to London, certainly, sir, I'll tell you how. Going to London, certainly, madam, there are 6 buses an hour. You can get a bus from stop number 4. Just join the queue.
It takes an hour and a half to get there.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Excuse me, how far is it to the town centre?
Are you walking?
No, I'll take a taxi.
It's about 3 kilometres to the centre. It'll take about 10 minutes to get there.
Thank you.
Look, I've got everything. You've got a reserved seat in coach 3, seat number 2C.
Right.
Here's your ticket. Second class return to Brightly.
Okay.
Your train leaves from platform 6 in 10 minutes. It takes 3 hours to get there.
Do I have to change?
No, the train stops at Nottingham, but you don't have to change.
All right.
Come on then, platform 6. Good heavens, what have you got in here?
Nothing.
Nothing? I thought so.
I can't live on salads and fruit juice for 3 weeks.
Yes, you can. That's what the club is for. Porter! Porter!
But Gina! Yes, Madam?
Can you take the suitcase to my car?
Okay. Jean. Right.
Where's your car, madam?
Over there. I'll come with you. Now off you go, Peter. Platform 6. Have a good time and come back in 3 weeks a new man.
All right. Goodbye. Do I have to change?
I'm going to Canterbury. Is it a long journey by train?
Yes, it takes 2 hours to get there.
And do I have to change?
Yes, you must change at Tunbridge. But there are 3 trains an hour.
These people are arriving by coach to spend a couple of hours at a brewery. It's a place where they make beer. No, they're not going to drink beer. They're here to see how beer is made.
Right, well, this is the mash tun, and this is where we start the brew. What you see is the malt. Now, this is malt in its natural state. If you'd like to look at it, pass it round.
The visitors are all foreign students from an English language school. This trip to the brewery is a special outing.
Would you like to look at it?
Later, in the classroom, they will talk about what they've seen and where they've been.
If you'd like to take a few and have a look at them. Don't taste them, they don't taste very nice.
Very strong.
These are our hops, in pellet form. Now you will see he puts a light inside the barrel and he looks inside the barrel just to make sure there's nothing in there. He then smells it to make sure it smells clean. He then puts one of these, which is called a keystone. And it goes down to where the barrels are filled. So like... Smell it? Have you smelled it? There's your bone. There's a hammer. Hard. Okay. No, it's not hard enough.
Every year, thousands of students come to Britain to learn English. They go to special schools. In the classroom, they often talk about some of the things they see and do during the time they spend in Britain.
Before I closed the barrel, I had this light and looked inside.
Can you show us how you...
Yes. I put the light in the hole. Everything is all right. Put the bang, hammers tight.
Okay, that doesn't look tight to me. Tight.
And all right, and the barrel was in the bend and must go down.
And now, the English we learnt today. There are 3 trains an hour. A second-class return costs... The next bus is at 9:05. It's about 3 kilometres to King's Cross Station. It takes 10 minutes to get there. Do I have to change?
That's Peter now. Peter!
Hello, darling.
Peter, it's wonderful.
Ah, yes. But look.
Oh, yes. Oh, Mother, I've got a new husband. Look.